Instead of go-go boots, the seductress green M&M will now wear sneakers.
But again, what's the point of video games? It's for kids to be kids. Now you sit down and pick up a controller and they're like, by the way, the world's on fire. Ah!
Lego is going woke. The company unveiling a range of new characters in the effort to be more inclusive. Lego says the new characters will promote diversity and understanding. Some will have anxiety issues. I don't know how you show that.
We saved the most important cultural story of the day for last. The beloved cartoon Scooby-Doo is revamping. And a clip from the new Halloween movie is going viral online. One of the main characters, Velma, you, like me, might remember her from the 80s, is fawning over a female costume designer, leading viewers to ascertain she is now finally out as gay.
Green M&M, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots. Now she's wearing sensible sneakers. Why the change? Well, according to M&M's, quote, we all win when we see more women in leading roles, because leading women do not wear sexy boots. Leading women wear frumpy shoes. The frumpier, the better. That's the rule.
Instead of go-go boots, the seductress green M&M will now wear sneakers.
The other big change is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy.
The green M&M is a snake. You conniving, climbing little bitch. I do not trust her. Opportunistic, evil bitch.
Wow.
Wow. They're talking about candy. I'd like to make that very clear. They're talking about candy. Tucker Carlson has managed to flip the famous slogan on its head because apparently M&Ms make him melt in his hand.
Okay, they literally did these segments saying the M&Ms are not sexy enough. He's like, you know those guys who would like YouTube leave comments like I couldn't finish to it? That's what Tucker Carlson's like. This M&Ms, once she took off the sexy shoes, you know, I'm in the feed, and then they put on, I didn't like it. I couldn't finish to it. I want the M&Ms back that I could. That's, dude, look into porn.
These are really important issues.
Yeah.
Do you want Lego in there?
Definitely not. But what's so fascinating about this story is the divide in the country. Republicans think it's insane that they're forcing identity politics into Legos. Democrats are upset that they didn't make a drag queen stripper. They're like, you call this a children's toy? What kind of set is this? No, it shouldn't be going on the way it's going on. But the reason they force identity into toys is because they think identity comes with a built-in political orientation. And that's what they're after here. I'm not having it.
Wow.
Having it.
Wow.
He's not.
She said wow, like it was a big deal that he's not having it. Like, oh, this rando we brought in here to make asinine points, not having it. Whoa.
That's the best part of this entire story.
Harris Faulkner's so embarrassing. Okay, so guys, two fun things about this. One, just the phenomenon overall. Right-wingers don't want anything that's different than them. This isn't even racial or about gender identity. Guy's missing a limb. Why is that wrong? Like, why can't that be represented? Why do people who look exactly like you are the only ones who could ever be represented in movies or like?
So Xbox has also announced they're going woke too, and because of climate change, that they're adding a new feature to their default settings. So if you own an Xbox, you can upload this new program, and it will turn off after so long to save the environment, the power. And also, they're saying the energy-saving shutdown feature is going to have a slower boot time. Ted Cruz writes on Twitter, first gas stoves, then your coffee. Now you're gunning for my Xbox.
But they're trying to recruit your kids into climate politics at an earlier age. Make them climate conscious now.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. You're right. They're going after the children.
Of course they are. But again, what's the point of video games? It's for kids to be kids. Now you sit down and pick up a controller and they're like, by the way, the world's on fire. Ah! You know what I mean? You just want to play the game.
That's utterly ridiculous. Kids, being kids doesn't necessarily mean that they get to pollute our world, or that they should have a carbon footprint that mimics something of private jet emissions. Like, get out of here with that. Just have these kids learn these skills now, so what world we leave them can be somewhat livable. That's kind of just my thought.
This one's an opt-in. You have to go like 3 layers deep into your default settings to switch this mode on, right? And that's their devious plan to get all the kids to be climate change activists. Like, oh man, you know what kids love? Default settings.
This is kind of really offensive on the level that we're disrupting these beloved characters.
There's no innocence. You can't have a moment of just fun without an agenda.
I'm waiting for them to tell us that Scooby and Shaggy shared more than a Scooby snack in that, mystery mobile.
They shaggied up or shacked up.
Well, whatever it was. But what other beloved characters are they going to sexualize next?
Wasn't it right-wingers who wanted to make sure that the green M&M wore sexy go-go boots and didn't trade them in for sneakers?
Yeah, that's actually quite literal. You're right.
Yeah.
So having a character be gay is not sexualizing them.
It's amazing. I know.
Like, that's just who they are. Like, it's like saying, oh, now they made one of the characters black. Obviously sexualizing them. Wait, what? Why? Why does that sexualize them?